It's not about being good, it's about being great.
Hey, I know. I didn't mean that.
I want to be great. I don't want to be good.
What are you talking about? You're the best.
No, I'm not. Eden Capwell has to prove herself.
Yeah, you want it all, don't you?
No. I just want to be respected as a businesswoman. Someone with a head on her shoulders.
And a fire in her heart?
No. That is reserved for one special man.
Where can I pick up an application?
You know, when I was growing up, Ted and Mason and Channing, they had all the advantages. They knew everything about Daddy's business. They were groomed.
So?
So I was left out of the mainstream in the family.
Well, I don't need to tell you, girls have always been thought of differently.
Yeah, but we should be treated as equals.
You got no argument for me?
It's just that Daddy always wanted me to be married with kids, and that was his big thing. I mean, when I went to Europe and I came back, I really realized that. All he wants me to do is get married and have 6 kids and do dishes. And that's when I knew that I had to prove something to him.
So that's why you opened up, you're going to open up the Orient Express?
Yeah. Because if this works, the sky's the limit.
And the sky would be Capwell Enterprises.
I like that.
I don't know. I think your dad might be pretty difficult to convince.
Well, once this place starts turning profits, he's going to change his mind.
Yeah, but Mr. C, then he'd want you to start walking and talking and thinking like a Capwell executive.
Well, I can handle that.
Yeah, but Capwell executives don't live on houseboats with policemen they're not married to.
Well, when that comes up, I'll deal with it.
It already has come up, remember?
Are you afraid I'm going to have to sacrifice you for the business?
I think it's easy to turn a Capwell into a Castillo, but not to turn a Castillo into a Capwell.
It has nothing to do with your last name.
How many top WASP women executives do you think are living in sin with a Mexican policeman?
I don't know how many.
Well, I don't know either, but I think there are a lot of conflicts between the business and the law in that sense.
And what are you going to do? You going to give me a parking ticket? You going to report me to the SEC? Or are you going to deal with the other issue?
What, you mean the fact that you're going to get bored stiff about me talking about the Santa Barbara Police Department after you come back from some oil cartel conference in Geneva? I don't speak Geneva-ese, Eden. You probably want to get rid of me right after the first trip.
No way. I don't want anything to come between us. You are the most important thing in my life.
Yeah. But what if you do become the head of Capwell Enterprises? Baby, seriously, what if your dream comes true? You still want to have what we got?
More than ever.
Okay. A blackout just when I needed one.
What?
You know what a blackout means, don't you?
No.
It means that 9 months from now, a lot of babies are going to get born.
No, you don't. All right, you know I have these problems, and you can't keep making excuses every time I ask you a question. Yeah. Well, what is it exactly that's keeping us from getting the lighting equipment? Well, you told me that 3 days ago. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Look, I mean, you know the story. I have deadlines to meet. Okay. All right, you too. Bye.
Hey. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I called the castle. They said you'd be here. I climbed up the side of the building. I wanted to surprise you. I'm sorry.
Listen. Come here. I'm gonna push you off.
Oh, no!
Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? It's like someone shattered a mirror and scattered it all over the bay.
You can even see the point.
Yeah.
Sure is a big old ocean, isn't it?
Kind of makes you feel small and insignificant, huh?
You insignificant? That'll be the day. You hungry? I'm really hungry. Wanna go get... How come it's so dark in here all the time? Don't you have any lights?
Don't mention it. It's an issue with me.
Sorry. Seriously, why don't we go by La Mesa, pick up some takeout, and go back to the houseboat? We could watch Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. It's on the 9 o'clock repeat of the week.
You mean you would rather trade in this view for a black and white movie?
Well, I mean, it is a masterpiece. And I mean, second, I think you need to kick back and relax a little bit, you know what I mean?
What is this? Be nice to Eden and me?
Why not? I just declared it. It's special, baby. Yeah, you deserve it.
Yeah, I do deserve it, but,
Don't argue with me.
I'm arguing.
Just say yes.
To what?
Mr. Smith.
If it's important to you.
It's important to me. I pray nothing happens to take you away from me.
1,000 wild horses couldn't pull me away.
How about an executive position at Capwell Enterprises?
And what makes you think of that?
I don't know, I had this dream. It's the weirdest thing. It was like a nightmare. All these beasts, they were like judges. They were trying to break us up. There was like my mom was a judge and your dad, and one of them was like my work.
Everything that could pull us apart?
Yeah, I guess.
Was something happening with your work that could hurt us?
No, what am I talking? I'm not a psychiatrist. Don't mention psychiatrists. Let's just go back to the floating pleasure palace, please.
I don't want that.
What do you want?
You.
What is it with this button? I can't get this button. But the...
Hello? Yeah, who's calling? Sure, hold on a minute.
I'm sorry. Headquarters always knows where I am. Castillo.
Cruz, sorry, but you wanted to hear the results of the test of Flint's suicide note.
Oh, yeah, what do you have, Jerry? Go ahead.
Well, it looks like we're not going to have to go the whole 9 yards on this thing like I thought.
Yeah, and?
I measured the impression of each character, and I think it's safe to conclude 2 separate people wrote the suicide note.
Can you tell which person wrote which part?
Everything except the last 3 sentences were written by one person.
Listen, Jerry, do you have it there?
The note? Yeah.
Would you mind reading me the part we're talking about?
Yeah, here we go. And there's something else I have to tell you, Kelly. Something I've never told anyone else. I killed Channing Jr.
Are you sure? You're dead sure it couldn't have been the same guy. It couldn't have been Peter. That's incredible, Jerry. This is like a nightmare. Listen, man, will you run that by me again one more time, that part?
What's going on?
Yeah, okay. Remember about the QT, will you? I'll be talking to you. Bye.
Cruz, what is it?
It's just some cop stuff. There's nothing I can really talk about right now. You're gonna have to bear with me on that.
All right. Never seen you quite like this. You looked upset.
It's nothing. I'm upset because I'm gonna have to leave, that's all.
Whatever it is it something dangerous?
No. Would I get involved in something dangerous, Davey?
Yes, in a minute. Don't take any chances. Please don't get hurt. If you won't do it for you, please do it for me.
I'm not planning on taking any chances. It's just that something I thought was over is not over. And maybe a couple of people might have to go through some trouble because of it. It's no big deal.
Sounds scary.
Baby, don't worry about it. Really. Put it out of your mind.
I can't, not with that look in your eye.
What can I tell you? I'm a born worrier.
No, you're not. You are not a born worrier, and that's what worries me. Nothing makes you look like this. Not unless it's something serious.
You know me real well, huh? Maybe you know me too well.
How can you know someone you love too well? Or trust them too well? Especially with your innermost secrets?
Don't fish, Eden. I'll tell you about this as soon as I possibly can, all right? When I know what it is myself.
All right. Can you tell me one thing?
What's that?
Whatever it is it something that could hurt the two of us?
What could hurt us?
I'm not going to let you go off like this. It's a little too ambiguous, even for me.
What are you talking about? It's nothing. I'd tell you if I could, but I can't. I can't say the things I have to say, all right? You have to be patient with me.
Yeah, well, I run around being sick and worried about you. Is it that terrible that you just can't tell me just something?
Eden Capwell, I can't talk about it yet.
You don't trust me?
It has nothing to do with trust, all right? I just don't want to get you involved.
Well, then I guess I'm just going to have to rethink our entire relationship.
Oh, yeah? You want to back out of it now? Why don't you go ahead and try?
Oh, you think I'm in so deep I just can't quit?
You said it. You're in way over your head, kid.
All right, go.
Okay. And I'll see you around. Yeah.
Hey.
Say what?
Don't let this case get in our way. Come between us. I have a funny feeling about it.
Hey.
Please?
Nothing in this world could come between us. There's absolutely no doubt about it. The last 3 sentences of Peter's suicide note are typed by somebody else.
Are you saying that Peter didn't kill Channing? That someone else did?
What does it sound like to you? It had to have been somebody else, which means we still got a killer walking out there on the loose. I'm going to reopen the investigation. But that stays between you and me, you understand? It's going to cause more pain for some people who've already suffered enough as it is. We're going to approach it very carefully.
Oh, well, you don't have to worry about me saying anything. Are you going to let me work on it?
I just might, Gillis. I'm starting to like your style.
Oh, I'd like to. I mean, if you're looking for volunteers.
Well, we'll see how it develops. Never mind. I'm going to go talk to Gina's doctor for a second, so I'll be back.
Oh, you want me to stick around?
Yeah, why don't you? Something tells me we've got a lot ahead of us tonight. Hi.
Hi, is everything all right?
Well, compared to what, yeah? She's out of surgery. She's in the ICU. Still unconscious. The doctor says that he will call your house immediately if and when she regains consciousness.
I think she might not.
That's what he said.
So amazing how things happen so quickly.
Yeah. You weren't planning on staying here tonight, were you?
Well, I haven't had any better offers.
Well, how about the standing offer you got from me?
Yeah, well, who wants to spend the night standing?
Don't get smart, baby. Just get ready.
Oh, you think every time you snap your fingers, I'm just going to come running, huh?
Look, kid, I'm tired. Don't start with this battle of the sexist jive. Just pack up your troubles, women, and come on in my boat.
Well, all right, since you asked so nicely. But I have to check on Brandon and talk to Rosa, and I'll come back down, okay?
Okay.
Listen, I'm glad you came by. I was planning on calling you later anyway.
You wait about an hour, I'll make you gladder.
Well, I'm going to hold you to that. I hope you're up to it.
You rat. Channing was probably standing about here. We know the bullet came from a low angle. So maybe the killer was sitting at the desk. Maybe he kept the gun out of sight while they were talking. Or maybe he surprised Channing. Maybe Channing never even knew he was there. Maybe he just spun around to face him.
What the hell do you think you're doing, Cruz?
I think I'm gonna keep you.
I think you better keep me. You know, you should give up that restaurant job and just stay right here.
No, I think you should give up the police force. And that way when I come home from the restaurant, you could have the bed all nice and warm. I like that.
You like that?
Mm-hmm.
You got it backwards, though, you see. You keep the bed warm, and I keep the streets of Santa Barbara free of crime.
Super Cruz.
A man has to have his work, Eden.
Well, so does a woman. Oh, when are you gonna realize that?
You talk too much.
You had that beeper in bed with us? It's like having another woman. Where is it? I don't believe this. Where is that stupid little thing?
Don't make fun of my beeper. It's a computer.
Oh, leave it. Ignore it.
I can't. I requested this information.
If you're more interested in that computer than you are in me, I'm never gonna forgive you, ever.
Not ever?
No. 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3. All right. That's better.
By the bell. Here.
First,
Look in the bed, as I remember that was your first stop.
as I remember, you carried me there.
I think I have to say goodbye again now.
Permission to come aboard?
You're already aboard.
Hey.
Maybe I should come back later.
Well, there's an idea.
No, come on in. We're done.
Yeah, whatever passion burnt itself out for the call of duty.
Maybe we could light the fires again soon. How about lunch?
Well, that's a great offer. Best offer I've had all morning. Put your shirt on. Watch him. He's a wild man. Might have to use that stick.
What a card.
I guess I came at a bad time.
No. She was just leaving. Sorry about that, Gillis. So what do you got for me? Any luck?
Well, I talked to everybody I could think of or track down. Nobody saw anything unusual or out of the ordinary.
We're talking about the day he wrote the confession, the alleged confession?
Yeah, he acted alone. No witnesses. Anything could happen that day.
What about Gina's accident?
No better luck there. Not a single witness to support Judson's claim.
Except Judson, of course, and he's pretty committed to the idea that you tried to run him down.
Yeah, well, maybe he's lying.
Could be. I have to think about that one. So, Gillis, how's Warren?
I don't know. Okay, I guess. He called and wants to talk.
It's pretty vague.
So is he.
Well, maybe you can still be friends.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the hard part. Settling for friendship. I really shouldn't care, I know. I don't, I guess.
Now who's being vague?
Well, it's not an accident.
You know, Gillis, maybe you'd be surprised.
About what?
Maybe things will work out for you.
You mean?
In general. Maybe. Cheer up.
Maybe.
Well, hello, Eden. Thank you for coming.
What is it that you want?
Excuse me. Yes?
Hi, Doc. This is Cruz Castillo. I'm looking for Eden, and I know she's there, Marcello.
Hold on. Cruz.
What is it that you want?
I want to talk to you. I called your house and Rosa said I could find you where I found you.
Wondering what the hell you're doing there. We decided he's dangerous, and we're supposed to have lunch.
Thank you very much for reminding me. I'll get back to you later. Bye. Sorry for the interruption. Now, where were we?
In these folders, you will find an in-depth study of Capwell Enterprises and Almonte Industries, and this is the correlation, a projection of the two companies as if they were merged.
All right. I'll look it over very carefully.
Why don't you sit down here and look through them?
No, actually, I'd like to take it with me if you don't mind. I'd like to have a professional look it over with me.
Fine. Very businesslike attitude, very commendable.
I want to know everything there is to know about Almonte Industries.
I was right about you. You were born to be a captain of industry. Yes, keep the folders, and if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call.
This meeting isn't over, Marcello.
It's not?
I have a few things to discuss with you.
Don't hesitate on my account.
First is the question.
Fine, ask me anything you like.
Why were you in Santa Barbara 16 years ago? I asked you a question. Why were you in Santa Barbara 16 years ago?
What makes you think I was here?
Don't do that. Don't answer a question with a question. I want a straight answer. Why were you in Santa Barbara 16 years ago, and why haven't you told me?
Because it was not important. Yes, I was here. Yes, I admit that freely. As a tourist. As simple and as uncomplicated as that.
I don't believe you. It was much more than a coincidence.
What are you talking about? What coincidence?
I'm talking about 16 years ago. When my mother, Sophia, was first missing and presumed dead. And you were here.
Yes. Like you said, a coincidence.
There was a reason why you're here, and I want to know what it was.
Capwell connection, the Lockhart's lair. Tunnel of lust. Sherlock Holmes would have had a name for it. He'd have loved it. Who knows how many bizarre things went down here. How many...
Cruz? Is that you?
It's a good thing you called out.
Why? Did you shot me?
There you go, laughing in the face of Dr. Doom.
Haha.
How'd you know I was here?
Mason said you were in the study.
Well, I was.
So I came looking for you, and you weren't there, so the obvious conclusion was that you were in the tunnel.
Yeah, well, so what? You just threw caution to the wind? You just came storming in here impervious to the danger that lurks?
What danger? You're the only one down here, aren't you?
You didn't know that when you came, did you?
What are you down here for? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a button that came off my shirt last time we were... What were you doing at Armandi's place again anyway? I thought we agreed that guy was off limits.
We were discussing business deals, among other things.
Business deals, it's the other things I meant. Did he hypnotize you again?
It's none of your business.
I knew you were going to say that.
Well, then why'd you ask?
Hold this.
No, why?
I need my hands free.
Why?
Hold this! I'm going to find out for myself if he hypnotized you again or not. Don't laugh, this is serious.
Okay.